Everyone, Blake Sloan here. Just finished this week's radio show. The brand new market numbers in, and they're great news for the first time in a long time. And so we want to share it with you to help keep you updated. Anything, everything real estate related here in Myrtle Beach and the Grand Strand. We share it every single week here on this radio station. You can always tune in Saturdays and Sundays on 99.5 FM. But last month, single family home sales up 12.9%, which is amazing. Double-digit growth, which is awesome. Obviously, that corresponds a little bit with interest rates. We just hit a 3-year low last month. And so we'll talk about that a little bit as well. Median price up 8.1% at $400,000 for single family homes. Amazing. Average sale price up 5.5% at $504,509. So great news there. Overall, supply back down. It would hit 5.4 months in July. Right now, 4.9 months. And so supply has gone down, a little bit less competition. It's great news for home sellers out there. Days on market is still taking a little bit long. 110 days on market last month for the properties that did close on average. And here's the thing though, less than 50% of properties that get listed are actually selling still. So 100 properties get listed, less than 50 actually sell. Of the 50 that did sell, I think it's like 48% or 48% basically selling there. Of those that did sell, 110 days on market. So keep that in mind, all right? Showings per listing, the average listing in the entire time it's listed in the MLS, usually 6 months, 3.4 showings per listing. Not very good at all. Why is that? Most agents take a listing, put it in MLS. With less buyers out there, right? Less of a frenzy as there has been, more resistance to the marketplace. You're not getting the traffic or eyeballs that you used to get by just putting in MLS. It needs some oomph behind it, some money behind it, some sales behind it. And the average showings to pending. So how many door swings does it take on average to get a listing sold based on the data? It takes 13 showings to get a listing. The average listing only gets 3.4. So you get about 4 times the amount of showings than the average listing gets to get a contract. Why does that matter? That comes down to the single most important number to look at as a home seller. Why? Because the thing that moves that are 2 main things, marketing and price. And so you want an agent who can market that for you, get the eyeballs and traffic that you want to move that needle a little bit. And then also you can have somebody who can price that correctly to make sure you can get full market value with that. And it's a delicate dance between both of those. Most agents don't really have a big marketing arm behind them. They don't have a sales arm behind them because they're busy juggling all the balls, trying to work with buyers, sellers, marketing, administration work, contract to close. And so that's a big difference. How are we moving that needle for our clients? We spend $100,000 a month in marketing, generate 1,000 plus leads a month, and we make 10,000 phone calls per week to match up buyers and sellers. We have a huge team behind us. And so that's how we move the needle and create more leverage for the clients. Into condo sales, they're not too bad. They've been taking a beating really the last 12 months overall, but last month sales only down 3.5%. So not a big deal there in terms of the number of condos sold. Median price flat, which is great news, didn't decline. Right now, median price for condos, $240,000. Average sale price up 2.6%. So an increase for condos, which haven't seen that in a while, $281,138. So great news there for condo owners. It was just a bloodbath there for so long. Supply, months of supply, aka how many condos on the market, 8.1 months of inventory. So it is a buyer's market. The good news is down month over month from just 2 months ago when it's 8.9 months. And it is up 15% from the same time last year. Days on market for condos, the ones that do sell, less than 50% of those are actually selling too. But the ones that do sell, 139 days on the market is the average days on market. Median sale price flat, which is great news at $240,000. Average, we talk about up 2.6% for pricing too at $281,000. We just talked about that. Showings per listing. The average listing gets 2.2 showings per listing, which is not good. And so the average amount of showings it takes to get a contract is 10. So you need 5x the amount of showings than the average condo gets. That's why most of them are sitting what we call the stagnant mass. They're just sitting there, not getting traffic, not getting looked at. They're sitting through 6 months. So they're getting the average 2.2 showings in 6 months, which is not very good at all. And so that's the frustration. We had a success story on today's show. They listed 4 different agents before they came to us and we got it sold. And so the agent you choose matters more than anything else. Just like a doctor, just like a lawyer, anything there matters the most. And also looking at good news here, how many properties go under contract? With rates going down, being right now at 6.39% today, we saw a huge increase in buyers. Just week over week from last week's show, we saw a 17% increase in the amount of properties that went under contract in the 7-day period. Last 7 days, 543 properties under contract for $201,475,000, 13% increase in the same time last month. But here's the bottom line. If you're thinking about selling, right, reach out, call us. We are the number 1 team in Myrtle Beach. What's awesome, we're spending outspending the average 800 to 1 right now. 80,757 active home buyers looking to buy properties here on the Grand Strand. We have buyers in waiting. We We have a sales team who follows back up, making 10,000 phone calls a week. You probably receive some from us. And we're here to help serve our clients at the highest level. But if you want to use our tools, we're free of charge. They're easy to use. They're hassle-free. In the email I sent you, there's a link to get a free update home valuation. There's not a stock ticker for houses like there is on CNBC, but we have that tool for you. You can use it anytime you want for any property across the country. I pay a lot of money for it. It pulls 3 different data sources, so I can't control the numbers in any way. And you can track any property you own all across the globe, gives you all the comps, the values, what's sold around you. And that's in the link you see in the email I sent. There's also an opportunity on this webpage to do so. You can also get an instant cash offer on there if you like to, and you get a human valuation if you want. But do me a favor, anybody come across thinking about selling real estate or buying real estate, do me a favor, have them call me. Say, call my buddy Blake Sloan, 843-808-SOLD or blakesloan.com. You can also watch a detailed documentary about who we are, what we do, how we operate, right on the main page of our website and at blakesloan.com. We'll see you back here same time next month.